Hello folks, Peebo here. Well, we're going to do a nighttime catfishing adventure today. We're out here at the family pond. We're going to put some bluegill bobbers out and our catfish poles. Tonight for bait we got the chicken liver, night crawlers, and BJ's stinky bait. Three known good baits. We hope to do real well tonight. We're doing a new thing with lighting. I'm real happy to have these lights. They're 1,250 lumens each, and I bought 3 of them. We're going to light this dock up like a stadium, and that should, well, we'll see how that goes. So I'm anxious to get started. I think we're going to do well today. You always want to be optimistic. So come join us for some catfish and fishing fun, and here we go. Folks, there's something I noticed when I first walked up to the pond here. I noticed in the water is a kind of a brown, murky looking muck, we'll call it, in the water. And just the other day I was reading something about that, and I'm pleasantly surprised to see it. At first I didn't know what it was. Well, I wouldn't have known what it was if I didn't read up on this stuff. That let's go take a look at it, and I'll tell you about it. Yeah, folks, it's this stuff right here. When I come walking up, I notice this murky muck stuff. And what that is, that's a good thing. It's a good thing. The microplankton is the basis of it, and then you have the zooplankton that feeds on the microplankton, and then there's a number of little insects that feed on this zooplankton. Now what this muck is a normal part of the process where some of this micro and zooplankton dies off in warm water conditions. Pretty much what it tells me is there's a bunch of microplankton and zooplankton in here that feeds the insects, and the insects feed the little fish, and you know, the whole food chain benefits. And that's what you see right here. And that's what you'll see in a healthy pond. Anyway, folks, that's it for the biology lesson today, the microbiology. And I want to catch some catfish, so let's get these poles out here. We're going to put out 4 catfish poles. I already got that little bluegill bobber out there. It's right over there. So we're anxious to catch us a fishy. Well, folks, I'm putting a big old chunk on there. Big old chunk of chicken liver. And we're going to go right out with it. We're going to put it right out there. Just kind of lob it out. That's good. It looks like it all stayed on the hook. That's the trouble with your chicken liver, is keeping it on the hook. And we got 2 poles set up. This pole has a night crawler, and here we have the chicken liver. We're going to set up with BJ's too. Well, let's get this one baited up with the BJ's stinky bait. And we'll just try all 3 baits. Kind of a battle of the baits to start out with. You know, night crawlers are always good, and they can catch a variety of fish. chicken liver for catfish is probably the best bait. You probably get more bites on chicken liver than anything else. Pond fishing for smaller channel cats. Sweat getting my eyes. Where was I? And then there's the BJ Stinky bait. It's a good bait. One, it's effective. You can catch fish on it, and it stays on the hook. Oh, I messed that up. Ha! I messed that up something royal. So, well, I got to fix this. Goodness, I tied my sinker and my hook and everything on there, and I didn't put the line through the eyes of the pole first. Goodness, Peebo. Well, anyway, BJ's a good bait, and it stays on the hook, and we're going to put it out there too as soon as I fix this mess. Goodness. Well, easy enough to fix, folks, the way I tie these things. I just got to cut that line right there. Then thread stuff through. That's what I forgot to do. I had to tie on a new hook and sinker, but before you do that, you want to make sure that you got it through the eyes of your fishing pole. Goodness. And sometimes it ain't real easy. Yeah. So I got that. So I got my little sinker here in my hand, and then the BJ's in the hook, and I can just go ahead and tie onto the sinker, and so it's not too hard of a problem to correct. We'll get our BJ's right out there. I don't know the name of this knot, but I've been using it for years. It might be a Palomar knot. Berkeley knot. So I ain't so sure that the Palomar knot and the Berkeley knot aren't both the same knot. Maybe somebody could set me straight in the comments on that. Well, let's get this BJ's out there. I love that BJ's. It always stays on the hook. Okay, yeah. We got 3 out there. I got one more here somewhere. Yeah. Got one more fishing pole here. I had a turtle problem the other night. I think the last time we were out here, I had a turtle. And that's why there's no hook on it. I ain't sticking my hand in a turtle's mouth. I just ain't gonna do it, you know. Smarter than that. That's the only one thing I didn't have to learn the hard way. Well, get her in there, Peebo. There. Put her through twice. I'm not doing it right. Wrap it around about 3 times. Put it back through both those little loops and cinch it down. Real easy knot. I think everybody knows that one. It could be, not sure what it's called. Well, what bait should we put on there, folks? Let's go with the chicken liver. And I'll tell you why. I want to get some scent in the water. I want to get this bloody chicken liver scent in the water. And get that right in there. Okay, we got a big old wad of that stuff, and that's good. Put it right out here. I'll lob it out. Yeah, it stayed on the hook. All right, we got a 4-pole spread out here with nightcrawler and then chicken liver, BJ's, and then chicken liver again. Now let the good times roll. We're on it. Well, folks, let's throw out a little bit of this dog food. Just a little bit. That'll get a little scent in the water. I think these catfish are getting used to this dog food, and they come up, they like it. Folks, right there, that line's drawn tight on that fishing pole. We're keeping a close eye on that. Something's going on. I don't want to just run up there and pull the trigger, because if one of them big catfish are on there, the pole's going to go down. So he ain't on there yet, but something's messing with it. What is that? Was that the chicken liver? I believe it was. I believe it is. Well, folks, I'm watching that pole, and I think I'm gonna go check it out. It acts like a dad blasted turtle, but there's something going on. Let's see what it's about. We'll get it on the GoPro camera. Well, let's see. I'm thinking this pole had the chicken liver on it. Yeah, there's something going on. Yeah, we got a hold of something. I'm not sure what. It's a bullhead catfish. It's one of them bullheads, and it's one of them bullheads. Yeah, he's tangled in that other line, but yeah, he's tangled in the other line. We caught us a fishy. Yeah, we caught us a fishy here. Get a hold of these silly things. Settle down now. Settle down. There we go. Yeah, bullhead catfish. I don't know how these got in here, but they did. He's tangled in one of the lines. Anyway, a little bullhead. He's probably full grown. They don't get much bigger than that right there. Well, let's get that hook out. Goodness. Well, folks, the bullhead catfish, we got that hook out. Yeah, there he is. I tell you what, just for no reason at all, let's weigh this guy. I'll bet he weighs about a pound. If I can get the basket straightened out here. Get him in there. Get the scale turned on, get her set to pounds. Here it is. Let's just see. 0.9. 9/10 of a pound for him. Like I say, he's probably full grown. That's these bullheads, they'll get full grown. They'll get about a pound to 2 pounds. We ain't gonna let him go. I don't want these bullheads in here. So he's we're gonna feed him to the hawk. And the hawk flies around here, and he's going to have that hawk's going to have him a catfish dinner. Well, the chicken liver caught the first fish. This pole that we had the night crawler on, the bait was gone off of it. I'm going to bring all these poles in and check them and rebait them. We're putting this one back out with BJ's because that night crawler comes off that barbless hook real easy, and I want to make sure I got bait out there. Oh. Yeah. There's the BJ's out there. Well, let's get back out there, folks. We got a big old piece of chicken liver going right out. Right straight out there. Yeah. Looks like it stayed on there nicely, so let's catch a channel cat. That old chicken liver stuff on my hands. You'd think I'd be used to that, but now I never did like it. Well, we put these fish in April of last year, and they were 8 to 10 inches, and the biggest one I've caught so far was a little over 3 pounds. I didn't get to weigh him, but I've weighed enough fish. I can tell you he was 3.2. It was a male. There's a video on it, and male catfish back there. He was 3.2 pounds, and I've caught others that were put in here April of last year that weighed around 2.7. So then April of this year, this spring, I put in a bunch more. A bunch being, I put 333 in this spring, and they were all about 4 to 6 inches long. They were smaller, and well, we've caught several of those, and we've seen videos about it, and they're about a foot long now. So that's kind of how the catfish are doing right now. I just can't help but think back on a lot of really good memories. My Uncle Don had a bunch of catfish in here, and they all just grew big and grew old, and you know, eventually they died. A catfish will last between 10 and 20 years. So around 15, let's say, is the lifespan of a channel catfish. And I remember catching a lot of them, and they were all 29 inches long. 28 and 29. Never 30. Never 26 or 27. Always 28 to 29 inches long. And I didn't weigh them. But, you know, you want me to guess, 8 to 10 pounds. Always the same length. And Don used to feed them dog food. That's why I feed these fish dog food. And he had them trained to come up to the surface and eat the dog food. It was really something to see. But and that's kind of what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to bring that back. Fill this thing full of 8 and 10 pound catfish and feed them dog food and catch them for you folks on YouTube. When I get there, it's going to be a lot of fun. And you know, folks, that reminds me, I want to talk about those bullhead catfish a minute. Remember I said that it seems like a dad-blasted turtle. Well, the thing about bullhead catfish, they act just like a turtle. They don't behave like a channel cat at all. Um, they'll grab a hold of your bait, and then they'll sit there with it. They'll draw the line tight, sit there with it, and just little bitty pecks, or at the tip of the rod will peck a little once in a while. They will not pull that rod down. A turtle will do that. Will sit there and draw the line tight and just kind of peck at it, and it gets resistance. I suppose it just stops. But you don't get a big takedown with a turtle or these bullheads. They just have a different behavior. Your flathead, well, he'll just pull. That's all he does, pull. Channel catfish, they'll give it a pull and then they'll roll with it. They'll roll like an alligator. Not that I've caught alligators, but you get what I mean. They kind of a gator roll. Blue cats will do the same thing. But these bullheads just kind of sit there with it. You know, that's the point I was trying to make. They're like a turtle. And I tell you, they wind up in the same way, too. I ain't allowing no turtles in here. Things are bad news. Okay, I just checked the bait on everything. The one on the far right that we had thrown out with the chicken liver was still on the hook real good. So, hey, I just put it right back out there, and I like to see that chicken liver staying on the hook. That's a rare sight. So we got good bait on all 4 poles. That line right there, just draw it tight, and then it backed off. That's the beat. There's drawing tight again. See. I don't know what this is about. Something going on with that. Something going on with that fishing pole. That's exactly what that bullhead was doing. Exactly what that other one did. Sit back and keep an eye on this. He's probably on there and just, like I say, they grab it and they pull on it and they get some resistance, and then they stop and they just sit there with it. We're going to keep an eye on that and see what's going on. Not sure what's on it, if anything. We got something on this fishing pole. See how that line's going right straight across there? Let's see what this is about. This was the chicken liver. Set the hook. Yeah, we've got something. We got something out here. We got us a fishy. It's one of them bullheads. Goodness gracious. Yeah, we got us a bullhead catfish. These things. And like I say, I don't know how they got in here. I really don't. But that was on a different fishing pole. The one I was just talking about that I was watching, is this one in the front. That had BJ's on it. And this guy hit the chicken liver on the we'll call it pole number 4. It's off to the right. So let's get this hook out. And he's a little bit bigger. And these guys are something else. Well, he swallowed that hook down, so I just cut the line. I got plenty of hooks. He seems like a little bit bigger fish than the other one. Still just a little fish. Full grown right there. Let's weigh him. Let's weigh him just to see. Get the old scale turned on. Get her on pounds. Here we go. Hold still, buddy. 1.0. So he's exactly 1 pound. Yeah, bullhead catfish. This guy's got a divot out of his tail. Someone's took a bite of that or something, because the bullhead won't have a V tail. That's kind of a V because it's damaged, but they'll have a rounded tail like a flathead. Channel cat will have a V tail. Blue cat will have a V tail. And these are more like a flathead, but this guy's got a bite out of his. Well, he's not going back in because we didn't stock them in here. Like I say, I don't know how they got here, but there's a few in here, and I'm taking them out. Folks, I'm tying on the Gamakatsu Octopus 6/0 hook. It's a good hook. They're nice and sharp. These are good sharp hooks, and they're about the right size for a 3-pound catfish. That's what we're trying to catch. That's what's in here to catch right now. They're getting bigger. These darn bullheads. I've caught about 12 of them out of here altogether. I haven't caught 2 of them in the same day for a long time. So, put some of this chicken liver on. Well, I usually got me a little pair of scissors. I do have them with me. Anyway, let's get this chicken liver on there. The bullheads were biting on chicken liver, folks. They didn't touch the BJs. They don't know what's good. They don't know what's good. Let's get out there and see if we can get us a channel cat. Peebo, we want a channel cat. Let's go get one. Okay, we got it thrown out there. Let me try to remember now. I don't remember. I believe pole number 1 is the BJs, and pole number 2 is BJs, and pole number 3 and 4 is chicken liver. Yeah. So we've got, I thought I was just having a bite there on pole number 1. Now that's that one that was messing around a little while ago. Maybe we better check that. Let's have a look at that. And we're bringing it in here, and there's no bait, so probably whatever was messing with it a little bit earlier has gotten the bait off of it. I'll tell you, that's an old hook. I'm going to cut this hook off and replace it. This pole's been sitting on the porch, and I haven't been using it, I think since last year, in fact. So, and I had this hook on there, and hooks will get dull just sitting in the elements. This was outside on the porch, and the tip of the hook is rusty and dull, and I'm going to replace it with a sharp hook. Okay, we put a fresh and sharp hook on that, loaded it up with some chicken liver, and threw it out there. We'll call it pole number 1, and Hope we can get that channel cat. There, folks. That was a good takedown. Oh, goodness. He didn't stick. Goodness. Now that was a channel cat takedown, but I didn't get over here. Well, that was a pretty exciting takedown. Too bad it was off camera. I thought he was going to rip it out of the rod holder. Goodness, folks, I just had this fantastic bite over here on pole number 4. It had chicken liver on it. Like I said, I thought he was going to rip the pole out of the rod holder. If we get into one of these catfish, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be really exciting. Well, folks, we got another chunk of this chicken liver now. Let's just get right back out here. Right out here on pole number 4 is where he hit. Lob it right back out there. Good. That looks like it looks like the bait stayed on. And they're just right. Put it in the old rod holder right here. Yeah. Oh, I hate to miss that one. That was really exciting. Well, folks, it's 7:55. It's about an hour before sunset. Sunset here in Indiana today is at about 9:05, something like that. I checked it just after 9 o'clock, and about an hour before sunset, I'm starting to see some fish jumping around out there. Magic owl. I'm gonna take a handful of dog food, throw it out there, and see what happens for the magic hour. Well, it's about 8:20, folks. Let me check all these poles and get fresh bait on everything. Well, only one of the poles didn't have bait. I believe that was a BJ's. It had been out there a long time. It probably just dissolved. So we got everything baited up and ready to go. Well, folks, it's 8:55, so that's about 10 minutes before the official sunset time. So I'm going to go up and get me a little jacket on, because there's I guess you could call it a cold front. It's going to get down to the low 60s, 62, I think they said, for a low tonight. So it's kind of strange weather for right here in July. And I'm going to get these lights set up. I'll be curious to see how that works out. We'll give that a try. There we go, folks. There's something going on this pole right here. Yeah, I think he's still there. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, we've got us a fishy here finally. We got us a fish. Get the camera right. I think it's one of our little catfish buddies. Yeah, he's a real fighter. This guy. See if we can bring him up a little bit. He's really pulling. Is that old pole bending? He's really pulling. Wow. This is what we came for. He's got a lot of fight in him. He's got a lot of fight. He's a real fighter. I can't tell you how hard he's pulling. He's really pulling. We're trying to wear him out a little bit. Let's see if we can get the net. See if we can pick up the net here and get the net on this guy. Well, all right. What in the world? This guy's got some funny colors or something to him. We're gonna bring him in here and have a look. Hey, Yay, we got one. Well, yeah. Well, yay, folks. We got us a catfish. We got us a catfish. Let's see if we can get him up here. Yeah. Did we get a hold of this guy? Yeah. That's what we came after. Yeah. This catfish is a female. It's a female catfish. And, well, let's, yeah, I think I can get that hook out of there. Okay. Up here and see. Where's the pliers? Let me get it just right. I can't see, but the light's a little bit of low light. There it is. These things always stick on your thumb. There we go. Oh boy, he means business. Yeah. There's a nice one. Oh, I'd say he's about 2.5. This this is one of the smaller ones. But let's get a weight here. Let's get a weight on this fish. Well, I don't know. That's good enough. I think I can get a weight on them here. What did I say, about 2.5? Well, yeah. 2.1. 2.1. Well, this is the smallest one from, we'll call it the first generation of catfish. Hey, that's a nice, yeah, that's a nice fish. That's a nice fish. I'm sure happy to catch him. Let's let him go. Here you go, Mr. Catfish. See you later. Yay for fishing. I was real happy to catch that fish. Well, here we go, folks. That was a lot of fun. I was sure happy to catch him. We got to get that pole out there. I just heard a little frog making noise, and we're getting ready for the night bite. So, yeah, I'm excited. It's getting exciting now. Well, folks, there goes the little bobber. There goes that little bobber that we ain't heard a peep out of all night. Get my line straightened out. I don't know if you can see it, but I haven't had any action on this bobber. Oh, there is a fish on it. Hell, look at that. What we got here? What kind of fish we got? Well, we caught us a crappie, looks like. We caught us a little crappie on the bobber. Yeah, we got us a little crappie here. Well, how nice. Well, folks, we got us a little crappie here on the little bobber that's just been real quiet all night. So we got us a little crappie fish right here. Well, let's let him go. See you later, buddy. What is that? We've caught 2 bullheads, a channel catfish, and a crappie so far. So I got these lights set up now. Got 2 lights on the poles, 1 on me over here. Here, folks, right here's how we got it set up with our lighting. We got pole number 1, chicken liver on that. Now pole number 2 has the BJs. Pole number 3 is chicken liver, and then chicken liver on the end down here. Pole number 4, and we got our net ready to go, and we got 2 lights on that, and everything's set up there. I can see these poles really well. Well, we had a little check of the time. It's 9:30, so the nighttime phase of this video has begun, and we're going to start that out by making sure I've got all fresh bait on there. I'm going to bring these in, put fresh chicken liver on everything. Alright folks, it's about 10:30 right now. I just put fresh chicken liver on everything again. So I haven't had any bites, but you know, yay for fishing. Right there on that pole. Yeah. Now let's see about this. Yeah, we got us a fish. We got us a fish here, folks. On pole number 1. Now we just put fresh chicken liver on that moments ago. I think I've got my GoPro going. Let's get up here and see if we can land this guy. Put the camera on. I don't know how well. Let's skip the net. Let's skip the net on this guy right here. Yeah, I'm not sure what we got. I'm not sure what we got. We got another. We got one of them bullheads. We got one of them old bullhead catfish. Goodness. Well, you know, he's a bigger one. Yeah, bullhead catfish. Now, that's what I was talking about on their tails. Now hold on, hold still. This guy's tail's round like a flathead right there, and they always swallow the hook. And you don't stick your finger in their mouth, I'll tell you, because they got a bite like, well, you don't want to. That's probably how they got their name, Bullhead. It's from their bite. But I'm gonna cut the line because I don't think he swallowed the hook, so I'm just gonna cut the line on this. Well, there he is, a bullhead catfish. So let's get a look at this guy. Yeah, bullhead catfish there. There's his tail, got a tail like a flathead. Well, they've got a powerful jaw too. So we won't put these bullheads back in here. Just the way it is. That's 15 of those I've taken out of here in the past 4 years. I don't know. Something's got the bullheads fighting tonight. Well, I had to go up there and put me on another jacket. It's getting cold out here. It's getting a little bit cold out here tonight. The poles are being quiet. Wake them up a little bit. All right, folks, let's get back out there with a chunk of this chicken liver. See if we can get us a channel cat. Oh, we're getting a bite, folks. We're getting a bite on that pole number 2 right there. Let's see how that goes. It ain't a great big takedown. See if it's still on there or not. Yeah, a little something going on. It acts like maybe one of them bullheads or something. Remember I talked about it. They don't really give it a big takedown. Let's look at that a second. Well, I'm not going to pull the trigger just yet. Yeah, there's a little something going on there with pole number 2. And keeping an eye on it. Probably got a bullhead catfish on it. They don't, it's not a big takedown with them. We'll sit here and watch it a second. Well, let's check the bait on this pole, folks. Whatever was involved here didn't come back for it. But let's see what's out there. Nothing on it, and we still have bait, but that's going to need to be freshened up. Well, let's put that back out there. See if we can catch us a big one. Yeah, just lob it out there gently. Keeps the bait on it. There in the rod holder. And there we go. Well, it's about 11:30 right now, folks. So we've got the good news is we've got another half hour to fish. I'm gonna fish on till about midnight. I plan to fish till midnight, so I just put fresh chicken liver on pole number 2, and we got about another half hour to fish. Well, folks, it's about 12 o'clock, and time to wrap it up. We've caught a few fish today. I'm really happy about it, and I'm really happy to be out here. I want to thank everybody for watching. Like, subscribe, leave me a comment, and remember, yay for fishing!